Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Orlando on Thursday night. How are you guys? I'm so bummed that I missed last night. It was nothing dramatic. It was simply a case of a very, very bad headache that I couldn't get rid of, but it's gone now. I felt great when I woke up this morning. I was very thankful for that. So I said, hey, why don't I jump on tonight and make up so I don't have to wait till Sunday and do my video. So I thought you guys would enjoy that. So I'm leaving what you see on the screen. Oh, my nails, they look terrible. I'm leaving what you see on the screen so you can capture a screenshot of the measurements. But believe it or not, I'm going to post the measurements after this class. I'm trying to get very sophisticated with this whole technology thing. Yes. So this is a fun fold that is all over the internet. It's not something new that I've created. As you guys know or may not know if you follow me, I'm not the most creative stamper. I love to case, which means copy and share everything from other really talented demonstrators. My passion is making and sending cards. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. That's why I love having my classes at my house. I love that you guys make and send cards because we as a team change people's days. So I love that. So tonight, this is a copied all over the internet. If you Google fun folds, this one will come up. But it is so much fun and you can do it with anything. And this is another one where we can use a bunch of designer series paper. We're coming to the end of the catalog. We had a paper share. We have a new catalog coming out. I have another paper share coming out. So I've got to come up with these ways for you guys to use all this really cool paper. I'm looking for one more person to do the paper share or four, either one. So if you're interested, message me. I'd love to have you join and come on board. And as some of you know, because I sent an email out earlier, I am so excited to share that I am finally on YouTube. My channel is called Trish's Card Club. That's Trish', Trish's Card Club. It's exactly the same video as you see on Facebook, but a lot of people aren't on Facebook. So it's another way for me to be able to share my love of card making. If you have friends and family members, neighbors, colleagues, co-workers, bosses, church people, your hairdresser, just whoever, please tell them about my page so they'll come and like it, because all these algorithm things that are beyond my math skills are how that the success of that page will be measured, but not by me, but by YouTube. All right, enough chitter chatter. Let's get started. Tonight, we're going to be using designer series paper and we're going to be making a fun fold card. So leaving my directions here just for a second and moving my designer series paper. I wished I could remember the name. I'm supposed to remember the name of this designer series paper, you guys, but I don't. But I've used it a couple times. It's current. I love it. I just don't remember the name of it. I will post that as I post the measurements. How's that? Okay, so I do have to move this because I have to bring in the cutter because we're going to first do the very first thing, which says cut cardstock to 5.5 by 11. Put that so you can see it. Cut cardstock 5.5 by 11. So you take a full piece of cardstock and it's 8.5 by 11. So we're just having to cut the 8.5 part. We're cutting that down to 5.5. Easy peasy. If you don't have a cutter, you need to invest in a cutter. Stamping, you don't need a lot of tools, but you need a few good tools. So I want to say hey to everybody that's joining me. I'm, as always, grateful and appreciative that you're on board, checking me out. I love that. Save this piece. We're going to use it for something. Now we're going to be scoring. We're going to be scoring at 4 1/4, 7, and 9 3/4. So let's do that. 9 3/4. I probably can't get that on, but you can figure out 9 3/4 on your cardstock. So score at 9 3/4, 7. Now you'll know that I did not invent this card because it is all math, and you know me and math. We are not friends in any way, shape, or form. But this, whoever comes up with these things, I am so in awe and so impressed. I think it is so amazing that they come up with them and they work. I mean, they took an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and they created this really cool card. So we've got it scored. This, if you did it the opposite direction, then this would be 4 1/4, 7, and 9 3/4. However you can figure it out on your cutter. Then you're going to fold this one. You're going to fold that one, and you're going to fold this one. And there we have a card base. That's a fun fold. Now, isn't that sharp? Now, one of the things with this particular fun fold, you don't often see me say score your card because I shouldn't, but this one you want to score with the bone folder. you want to burnish, I think it's called. What you really want to do is press down on that score line, because you want the card to be kind of a little bit flat when you're assembling it. And when you stand it up, I know you don't really see it well, but you want it to stand up too when you give it to your receiver. Okay, so the next thing, we've cut our cardstock, we've scored it. Now we're going to do our designer series paper. So you need one at 4, 5 1/4, which is, let me find my designer series paper. I just covered it up with my stacks. This is my 4 at 5 1/4. Then you need 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. You need 1 by 5 1/4, and you need 2 of those. So 1 and 2. And then you need 2 1/2 by 4 1/4, which is this one right here. Now this is the one you're going to be stamping on. So that's why it's in white. If you're someone that writes a lot, you're going to want to put your card, you want to put this on the back for your card. It'll be a lot easier if you're someone that writes a lot. Some people like a little bit of writing, some people like a lot. So before I assemble my card, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this one. Tonight I am using a retired stamp set that I have loved since it came out. You guys will know if you've come to my classes, Varied Vases. This was a $1 million sales winner, Mary Fish, who created this stamp set with the coordinating punch. And I have not been able to part with it, even though I know it's retired. But I know a lot of you guys have it. And sometimes it's worth hanging on to stamp sets for the verses in the stamp set. And this one, Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness, is a fantastic card. Fantastic words to use if you want to send it as just a thinking of you card, in addition to a birthday card. So that's what I'm going to be using, because this is going to be a thinking of you card. So I'm going to ink it up. Tap, tap, tap. Hopefully I won't mess up because I didn't cut more than one. I just cut one. I'm a little cocky, aren't I? And let's, Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness. I'm putting it up here because I am going to write a little bit on my card. Holding it down for the ink to absorb into the paper. And not bad at all, Trish, for first try out of the chute. Okay, we are good with that. All right, so now, oh, listen, you guys, listen. You don't hear anything, do you? You know why? My chair's assembled. It's relatively comfortable. Not the greatest investment I might have ever made, but I do, I think I'm going to keep it. I have the option to return it, which we'll see. I'm going to try it out tonight. The very generous husband of mine put it together. And I say generous because he's really, really busy at work. And so he took some time after work, when sometimes he keeps working, and put my chair together so I would have it for tonight's class. So I'm very appreciative. All right, I was really just stalling for time. I didn't have my glue with me. All righty, so now we're gonna get rid of this. You've seen it long enough. It'll be posted, and we're gonna assemble. So we're gonna start with the 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we're gonna start by putting that right here. I'm not sure if that's the direction I want it to go, but that's how it's going to go. One thing I also learned, you guys, you know, when I do this, it makes you bug-eyed. I don't know why I do that, so I'm trying to be very intentional when I do my hand movements. All right, now we're going to do the wording part. That's going to go here. This is what I mean, you guys, about how it fits so perfect. The way they scored it, the way they figured out the math of it, it's just, I don't know. To me, it's amazing. Now we're going to do this color. Now this uses quite a bit of designer series paper up. I used 4 6x6 pieces, so I'm going to be able to get more than one card out of it. I'm just demoing one card, but I have, so I used 4 pieces, and I have all this left over. So I will go ahead and make another card so that I don't waste this paper. Now, I can't remember how I decided to do this or that. Hang one moment, please. I decided to do this. Okay, I couldn't remember. So then we're going to do this one on the outside, like that. And see, once you do it, you realize there's no math involved at all, because they figured it all out. Somebody was smart enough to figure it all out. And we'll do this one on the inside. Now, isn't that a cool card? Look at that. I can't tell if my camera is shaking or my table is shaking. I hope I'm not making you guys seasick. Now, how are we going to keep this card together? You may have heard the term a belly band, and that's what we're going to make. So we're going to come back to that piece of paper that we had cut off, and we're going to cut a 1-inch strip. Let me grab my cutter again. So we're going to cut off a 1-inch strip. Now you can make your belly bands as fat or as thin as you want. There's no magic number on it. It doesn't really matter. It's not like engraved in stone. Like the other measurements have to be pretty specific for everything to fit. Your belly band doesn't. Now that's 1 inch by 11. 8.5, 11. And 11 is a little bit too big for this card, so I'm just going to trim off 1 inch so that it's down to 10. So it's 1 inch by 10. Okay. Everybody's belly band is going to look a little different because it just depends on how you wrap it around your card. So what you do is you take your belly band, you put it behind, put your card flat on the desk, and then just fold that over, and then fold that over. They're going to overlap. You want it to. I'm going to actually have mine overlap this way. So my seam is in the middle. Now, the key is you don't want it to be too tight, because if you make it too tight, it won't slide off the card. Does that make sense? So don't make it too tight. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue on just here so it overlaps a little. Glue that down. And now let's make sure I didn't glue. Yeah, it's not too tight. It's not too tight at all. It will work good. So there's my belly band. The question is, the person that receives this card, will they know to take the belly band off? That's what I always think about with the belly bands. So do you need to put a belly band on it? No. But does it look good with the belly band? Yes, it does. Now, excuse my reach. I took our daisy punch, and I'm going to put that right on top of that belly band just like that with some dimensionals. You can decorate your belly band any way that you want. A lot of people will decorate the belly band. They'll do it in a it doesn't matter what color, but they'll put a piece of white cardstock over that, and then they might do a stamp right here. All my stamping was done on the inside. So make sure that this is in the middle, taking off the back, putting it right there. That's where I want my belly band to go. And that, you guys, is the Fun Fold card. How easy is that? But how cute is that? So you just slide off the belly band, and your receiver will open it up, and you'll write a very nice note right here, and you'll bless someone's day. Because around here, we make it and we mail it. There you go. How easy is that? Now, as I said, I cannot be responsible if your recipient doesn't know to take the belly band off or rips the belly band, which that would happen too sometimes, I think. Okay, so that was my Wednesday night card done on Thursday night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm always grateful that you're here watching. After, it takes me about a half an hour, and then I'll have my video loaded up on YouTube. It's the same video. And you guys, if you could go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel and give me the thumbs up and whatever's all you social media experts know what to do, that would be fantastic. I hope you guys have a really good couple days. I will see you on Sunday with another video. And remember, here at Trisha's Card Club, we make it and we mail it. Thanks, guys.